So back to what I was saying. Could be us.
Hey, it's another beautiful day of interesting conversations and meaningful ones that are meant to make you feel inspired. My name is Lihle Dlamini. I'm still your host, and today I have Lalucia, the poetess. How are you?
Oh, fine, thanks and yourself.
I'm fine. So tell me, who is you, your real name, and how does Lalucia come about?
My name is Lihle Dlamini. I come from Lubombo Regions, Tobela. I actually studied poetry a long time back, but I came to realization of my stage name. I think it was like 2 years back. My stage name is Lalucia, by the way. Um, it means actually my name is Lucia, Lucia. It's like I don't want to
So it's a
deviate from
second
who
name.
I am. Yes, I
Uh-huh.
just wanted to add something else, but it remained the Lucia that I am.
That's beautiful. It's a very beautiful one.
That's
So, how did poetry come about? Is it something that you had to learn, or something that you've always been passionate about?
I actually didn't have to learn poetry. I just started it in primary. My principal, the teacher, Sunday poetry and all that. But then when I got to high school, I got passionate about it. I started writing as a way of expressing my feelings, and that's how I became a poet.
So, out of my own curiosity, I'm curious to know if it's even possible to learn poetry, or will it's always been with someone who has to be passionate about it.
I think it's possible to learn it, but it's much legit and more beautiful if it just comes from the
natural.
inside. Yes.
I see. So, what kind of poems do you focus on, and are they in English or Siswati, or you just do a mixture of both?
Basically, I do both and literally everything. Like, I don't have a field because I think focus on this field. I just do literally everything: politics, education, culture, religion, youth, growing up, difficulties, abuse, anything.
But what's your favorite?
My favorite, and my favorite is difficult times.
Difficult time.
Here,
Okay, sure. So that's the one that you're gonna recite for us.
I guess.
Okay. So are you a part of any poetry association? Or is
Yes.
this inspiring to be part of?
I am part of an organization. It's actually one that is based here in Guadeloupe, UNESCO Poetry Society.
Or part of that?
Yes,
How's it going?
lately, not much progress that we've been making, but it's quite nice because sometimes they host shows and then we perform. It's actually a good stage. And there's so many great poets to learn and all that. It's okay.
So do they teach you a different style of reciting poems, or you stick to your own? It's just a matter of like engaging with the other poets and poetess.
Actually, abasifundisi new styles. They actually try to emphasize ukuthi whatever you're doing, kube kuhle even.
Polish up.
Yes.
Okay, so I understand that you were performing at during the donation yeah Demapega Foundation right here at UNESCO, like Lalucia campus. So how did that go? How was the performance? Did people love it? Who was there?
Basically, almost every time we perform, someone has to laugh on the performance. But it was a number of people, like the donators, the part of the Senate was there, and
That's nice.
the counseling team, and Lihle Dlamini or she was also there. There was quite a number of people, and they really loved what they did.
So I hear that you have plans of already you registered to go to the MTN bushfire. Like, what poem are you planning to recite there? Any special plans for that event?
They actually told me their theme would see it's going to be something like gender-based violence. So I'm going to write something related to that.
Also, you're still gonna start it from scratch, not that you already have it.
I usually start it from scratch before reciting. A day or two before I recite, I write it and then.
So it's not too much work.
It's not.
Okay, that's great. So how do you balance schoolwork and poetry?
I think it's the perspective that which I view poetry as. I don't see poetry as maybe a way of living or something. I just do poetry as kind of like a sport or something just to do for fun. I don't do it because there's pressure or what. I enjoy it. So it doesn't actually give me any pressure. Like there's not much pressure in case of balancing between academics and poetry.
Okay, so what if someone out there is interested in watching you recite? Since you don't do it like maybe to to generate some form of income, you just do it for fun. How is it possible for that person to like see you recite, watch you recite those poems? Since I'm sure you're not much into social media platforms,
Sure.
so I'm wondering how you expect everyone to like see you.
Actually, I'm not sure. I think maybe I'm serious younger, but I'm actually planning on having a page and marketing myself and all that. But if someone wants to see me, I'm usually up for bookings. I've performed in a number of events, weddings, funerals, and other events.
Just give me like some examples of those and just elaborate a bit how it went, what poems you focused on, if you still recall, of course.
Esikhathini esiningi kwenza ukuthi I recite a poem based on what they're talking about or on the theme of the gathering. If it's a wedding, it has to be about love. It's a funeral. It has to be a sad poem. If it is a gathering for young people, usually I focus on Njolo and all that because those are matters like since I'm Labasha, but I also focus on serious things like self-esteem, knowing yourself, accepting yourself, loving yourself, things like that.
Uh-huh. So, can you like tell me one name of your poem? I just want to find out what how that specific poem came about, what inspired it.
There's a
Maybe your
poem.
favorite, preferably.
I think that there's favoritism in terms of my poem. The latest usually is my favorite.
Okay, so
Yes.
what's that?
And currently I'm in love with those poems. It's kind of like a sad poem. That leaves a child.
Uh huh.
I read that poem. My story actually inspired that poem
Uh-huh.
because it's like there's this child inside of me that is longing for the things that I missed growing up. And
Uh-huh.
this child that is like I just wish I could be like other kids.
Uh-huh.
But then
Get parents' love, things like
exactly
that.
things like that.
I get you. So can you like do us the honors? Usithi nje usirecitele a poem, maybe your favorite or one that you're comfortable with, of course.
I think I'll stick with this one.
Okay.
Just probably for a few seconds.
Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Because there lives this child, a child of torture, torment, of trouble, of discomfort, a child whose dream world is a wide, wild world of fantasies, that state of merriment filled with a season of happiness. You see, there's this for this child happiness exists but only theoretically, and depression happens to be only place of dwelling now allows me to give you a short summary of my being. Matter of fact, I've always felt like a subset. In fact, I am a subset, a summary of a child of torture, of torment, of trouble, of discomfort. I don't know love, nor do I know warmth. I try to dig deep into people's homes to find what they call happiness, never to find any, but to find the child crying out of neglect, calling out when there is no one to listen. She's just longing for a mommy's morning hug or a daddy's good night kiss, or just a warm breakfast and a hot healthy break and a hot healthy supper just to quench her thirst. I mean, I can actually remember very well when she was silenced. It was 17 years, 3 weeks, and a few days from today, when she was crying out, trying to be heard like her mates, which earned her a number of slaps, and she was actually dragged by her tiny arms outside to drench in the rain and scorch in the sun. She was just longing for a simple sip to quench her thirst and a bite of food to boost her dying body, which earned her a number of slaps. That leaves this child a child of torture, of torment, of throbbing, of discomfort, and I can't help but live for her. This poem.
Wow. That's very beautiful.
Thank
That's
you.
very beautiful. So do you mind telling us who's your biggest supporter in poetry? Someone special that you just want to say shout out to?
I'd like to shout out to Lihle Dlamini. She's like been one supportive pillar to me. Like, she just believes in me, inspires me to grow in poetry, especially.
Out of my own interest, of course. Ngiyafuna mani lesi siwadi maybe about slam jolo. I know what it appeals to our audience. So if you don't mind, please, pretty please.
I think I do have one, but I'm not sure if it's in Swati or hard. It's an old poem, a song, and it's titled "Complex Love." It goes, love, complex, right? You see, it comes to my attention that someone can love you so dearly, like you're the dream of his life. I mean, like he dares to live, yet he knows he will dare to live. It is come to my attention that a guy can convince you with a lot of patience that he's the one, and once you finally open up, he poisons your heart with his bucket load of empty promises, making you grow so close that you mistake him for your oxygen. You see, it comes to my attention that once his mission is complete, he slowly distances himself, making you an empty bucket that was actually filled with love. Someone can find your bed a place of comfort, your pillow a place of peace, changes it into a place of blemishless blushes. But once his mission is complete, suddenly your pillow of peace has become a riverbed that has been through a series of floodings, eroding, depositing, and re-eroding. It just doesn't end. It has come to my attention that a man can leave his family because of love, but another man can love his family because of the love. It has come to my attention that love can be fulfilling. Someone can pet you, love you, brush you, feed you like a fish, yet he knows he is preparing you for slaughter. And once you've fattened enough, he suddenly baits you with his usual smiling teeth and deep fry you in a pot of shame to share your shame with a shameless friend. You see, love can be so much full of disappointments, but love can also be beautiful. Lolunye uthando luyathandeka, imehlane lithobise, inhliziyo lithulise netisa, kanti lolunye nje linevuthisa nomlilo wemaphepha olufana nalali lwasenyuvesi. Anguteni lesiteri lesincane ngemfana libito lakhe ngisimo. Sima ngumfana lomuhle utifundzele UNESA. Sima ngumfana lomuhle lothandwa bantwana nakendlula. Sima ngumfana lomuhle lothandwa bantwana lotigcokela i-Alice nakendlula. Bamoyitela babambabambe tihlathi iphelele sorry. It's just been quite some time since I recited this poem. Sima ngumfana lomuhle nakachamuka bamoyitela kancane babambabambe tihlathi iphelele kuphele nale mizwa sesimo sewushiyile ushiyela uthando ushiyile nesifilisi neliswane ngathi linaleti nzathu tinyanga sewuchubekele embini ngempilo yakhe yekudlisa nge-Alice phela uthando luyimbica abadala kanye nabo labadala lwabehlula kadzeni. I've just come to notice that someone can promise you heaven, but miraculously ends up sending you there. Miraculous, right? You see, love can be very complicated, but it still is a beautiful thing, isn't it?
Go, girl.
That's poem.
Thank you for that. So, what is it that I wanted to? Oh, please, any words of encouragement to someone watching you, Lapa, building your craft? Like, what can you say?
I'd say whatever situation you face, just try and make sure it doesn't destroy you, but find something to make it look beautiful. Because there's always good that comes out of difficult and hard times. Most of my poems are inspired by real life events. So once I experience something, most often than not, instead of crying about it, I'll just sit down and express it through poetry, and a beautiful art comes out of that. So if there's something bothering you, you can just find something to do with the thing bothering you and make it look beautiful. And
Especially in kule month ya May, where we focus on mental health issues. Okay. Any future plans? What are you planning, like, in your poetry, events that you'd like to perform, corner? Yeah, things like that.
it's not much. I just want to write.
You just want,
I
since
just
you
want
do
to
it for
write.
fun, it's quite understandable.
I want to write. Of course, I wouldn't mind if I earn a few pennies from it, but it's still okay. I just do it for fun and enjoy it. If I'll still get a pen and a paper, I'll continue writing until.
So you write and then try to memorize. I'm trying to understand how you guys do it because, wow.
It depends. Most of my poems, I just write them if I feel like there's something I want to express. But then if there's an event I need to perform in, then I need to write a poem and then try to memorize that one. But these poems that I write for fun, I just write and put them in my papers and books.
Any final thoughts? Your goodbyes
Nothing
to our
much.
audience? Nothing much.
Yeah, nothing much.
All right, guys, we came to the end of today's episode. My name is Lihle Dlamini, and stay curious, guys. Bye.
So back to what I was saying. Could be